everyone. My name is Melissa Colon, and I'm the instructor for the online course development. And what I'd like to do is give you a very short tour of what the class will be like and how to navigate through the online environment. When you first come into your online course, you're going to come into the notification dashboard area. You'll see quite a few panels or modules as they call them. You might see My Messages, What's New, Alerts, and To Do. You will be able to check for work that might be coming up or due. This is a very helpful way to keep track of maybe something that's been posted in the discussion board, or something that might be a new assignment or an assessment that may be coming up. So please make sure you check these particular panels here. Also, you notice on the left hand side is a menu. I'm going to take you to the announcement area. This is also a good place to check because I will have announcements each week and you will be able to scroll through them and look at the old announcements. Now it will be chronologically listed from the newest announcement to the oldest announcement, but that way you can keep track of what we've been doing in the past. Now, as you know, this particular class is set up in 5 weeks. So here's where the bulk of the content and exercises and activities are going to be under the learning modules. The first thing you'll see, and the first thing I want you to do, is to go into the Start Here First learning module. You're going to be looking for the best time for the training workshops that are going to be conducted. And then I want you to scroll down and take a look at the Start Here First learning module. Basically, this module is set up so you'll be able to have everything you need for getting started in your online class. I'll usually have a little hello, a little bit of information about each of the modules, not only in the Start Here First, but each of the modules. Notice how I'm clicking on the right-hand side through this little navigational menu. And also you'll see there's a table of contents to the left-hand side. You can actually go through any of the items out of sequence, or you can make sure that you go through each item in a sequence, one at a time. I recommend that when you first start a learning module that you go through each item sequentially. Then when you're coming back to do or finish some of the activities, you can actually jump right to that particular activity that you need to do or you have left off on. This particular class is going to be filled with different activities to complete in your first learning module, which is Start Here First. I'm going to give you some activities to complete to practice to be an online student. For example, you'll be able to work on a storyboard. You'll be able to download and then reattach an assignment here. You'll also be able to partake in a very short quiz or assessment we call the Scavenger Hunt. I'm just going through each item just to show you how that could look. Some things might pop up. In this case, this is a new window that just came up so you can begin your Scavenger Hunt. I'm going to cancel this for now. One of the things that you're going to be doing each week is you're going to be discussing something, a topic, maybe something you've read, something you participated in a discussion forum. So they're going to be linked in each of the each of the modules, but you'll also be able to jump to the discussion board on the left-hand side menu. Now, again, the Start Here First learning module is going to be the first module I want you to be introduced to, go through each item. It's a lot of contact information. And one thing that I've done is for every assignment that I'm asking you to do, I'm providing a how-to tutorial. I'm aware that some of you have never been an online student and some of the technologies that you're learning about and participating in might be unfamiliar to you. So I will be providing a how-to tutorial for every assignment and activity I ask you to do. Now once you're done with this, which by the way should be done concurrently with a week one, this is normally what would happen in any online class. You would be asked to go to the Start Here First learning module and also complete the week one's material. Now, week one is comprised of two learning modules, one about universal design and accessibility and one about teaching and learning styles. And then we have a little relaxation break in between. Again, you're going to click on the learning module and you will be able to go through each item sequentially. I hope it's organized in such a way that you can go through each item and you can follow along where you're at all times. I will have a lesson plan for each of the learning modules and then a checklist at the end of each of the learning modules. That way you'll be able to see everything that needs to be completed. Okay, that's it about the learning modules for the class. Very important aspect to an online environment is communication. Not only communication with me, but communication with your classmates. So I have set up a discussion board for you to participate in. Each week you'll have 1 to 2 threaded discussion forums to participate in. You'll be able to click on the link and go straight in. One of the first things I have you do is introduce yourself. So you'd be clicking on the Please Introduce Yourself forum and start creating a thread. I have directions again in the learning module for how to do this. And you can also subscribe to each of the forums so you'd get an email alert that someone has posted. I have a rubric for every threaded discussion. That way you can stay on target, really get the maximized points and thorough and thoughtful communication, and just a great way to build community through these forums. All right, I also have some other communication tools. I want you to be able to email me through Blackboard. It will go to the YCCD email. I have the gradebook, a great communication tool because I do lots of feedback. And then all communication tools, I want to show you something a little bit about that. Normally I would put each of the tools that I would be using, such as blogs and journals, out there on the menu, but this time there's so many and we're going to be doing a group activity with these communication tools that I decided to keep them in the tools area. So you'll see all of these tools that you will be using that you can explore right here in that all communication tools area, or content area as they call it. Then I have some other resources. I will archive each of the lectures that we work together on. When we have our training sessions, they will be here under this link. And then I have some content development support. These are different folders filled with resources and documents separated by different topics that you can use for your own development as you learn, as you create. I want you to know that creating an online course is a very creative process, and I hope you enjoy it. We're going to have a lot of fun building a strong community with your colleagues, and I hope that each and every activity is very pertinent to your goals for creating online content and materials. So thank you very much. I look forward to working with you online.